to me, enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us, bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down. Enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the queen of the indies, Tiffany. And today I'm really excited. I got my good friend Bobby Orlando on. How are ya?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm ready for this interview right now. So Awesome. So, guys, if you're new here to the Under Rope series here, I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, referees, backstage, promoters. I got you covered. If you guys got questions for Bobby, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So please feel free. Drop them into the chat. And if you could share the stream for me, I would appreciate it. Hit that like button. And if you guys are listening this later on the audio, I love you guys and your support. All right, so we're gonna get this party started. So we're gonna learn a little bit about you. So we're gonna go back to basics, and we're gonna learn how you got into professional wrestling.
Oh my goodness gracious! Well, it's a crazy story. Let me tell you that much. Wait, how I got into becoming a wrestler? How I got into like the world of wrestling in general?
Well,
like,
you could do both.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I remember moving to upstate New York when I was about like 9 or 10 years old. I was a wee lad, and my neighbors were like, "Oh, we watch wrestling," and I knew what wrestling was, but I never really watched it. I wasn't the most violent kid. I was a goody two shoes in school. But then one day, like, "Oh, let's play wrestling," and by playing wrestling, I mean that we fought on the front lawn of my neighbor's house and hurt each other. I always lost, so that's kind of like my first introduction into wrestling. And then I started watching it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is pretty cool." That's how I got into it. It's kind of a sad story, but it's okay. I don't know where they are in life now. I really don't care. I just know that I'm doing okay, and I'm happy they introduced me to wrestling, or else I wouldn't be here. Now, how I became a wrestler. The year was 2016, and I was living in Florida, and I was like, "Yo," well, first of all, I dropped out of college. I dropped out twice, ECW. Dropped out of college twice, went for filmmaking. I was like, "Yo, I'm going to be the next, like, whatever the biggest popular movie maker is. I'm going to be a movie maker." And then it didn't work out because I didn't like college. So I moved to Florida. I started cleaning pools, and I was like, "Yo, like, this is pretty cool, I guess, but I really want to be a wrestler. It's been a childhood dream, yada, yada, all that jazz, the cliche stuff." Moved back home to New York. Went to Creative Pro Wrestling School. I can't speak. Creative Pro Wrestling Academy. Then open house at their school. It was like perfect timing. I came home. I was like, "Yo, what's up? I'm home." And then I went on, researched wrestling schools. And then all of a sudden, boom, Creative Pro Wrestling popped up. This is like right when MJF was kind of starting to make waves on the independent scene and other people. And I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. Oh, wow, they have an open house this Thursday. How convenient." I went down there. I saw lots of names that you guys know and love today. The names of Smart Mark Sterling, Bear Bronson, Johnny Clash, all those people. And I was like, "Yo, I want to become a wrestler." They said, "Come on in." Couldn't have been more caring. They couldn't have been more supportive right from the get-go. Geico, I don't know. and then I trained my tushy off, trained under the tutelage of Pat Buck, Brian Myers, and the Acclaims, Platinum Max Caster, Can't Talk, and also my good friend, part of the Shook Crew. I hope that answered everything. And if it didn't, I'm sorry.
No, you did.
Ah!
It's awesome because it's like I know you like for a long time, and I'm Queen of the Indies. I mean, I go all over the place, and if I'm not physically in buildings, I know about a bunch of stuff too. I mean, you and me were just talking about off air that Fight Life is up in Rhode Island right now, and I have a whole bunch of
On Wednesday.
yeah, which is kind of cool because if you think about it, I mean, you don't really hear a lot of promotions, going on a Wednesday, so it's kind of smart. It's sold out. And then I have a whole bunch of friends like sending me like photos and videos of this promotion, so it's pretty cool. So,
That's cool.
but like I said, so I know you for years. So for that fan that's watching this podcast, never seen you wrestle before, what's the go-to match that that they should watch to become an instant fan of you?
Well, it has to be one that I won. Because no one likes a loser. But, big but, I would say that well, actually, no, I did lose this match. Oh, crap. Well, stop it. Hold on. So, basically, there was a recent match that happened at, I know I'm biased, but Creative Pro Wrestling. It just had one of their biggest shows of all time. It was called The Grand Stage. This match is on YouTube. It was just posted. I wrestled in a Fatal 4-Way match for the Cap TV Championship. I've never won singles gold at Creative Pro. I've only become a 2-time tag champion there with Bryce Donovan. I'm sure we'll talk about him later. Mm-hmm. But it was a Fatal 4-Way match for the Cap TV Championship. I wrestled the champion, obviously, Aaron Rourke. He had to be in that match, or else I wouldn't have the title wouldn't have been on the line. Aaron Rourke, VSK, and Bear Bronson. It was the printer's going off. There was a Fatal 4-Way match for the Cap TV Championship. Not only did I not win the title, I also got pinned. VSK hit a second rope dude buster on my head. And I was like, ow, I can't kick out! And then I didn't kick out. Because then Aaron Rourke threw VSK off, and then he pinned me, and I lost. But it was a pretty cool match. I did a backflip in it, so watch that match just for the backflip.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Fun stuff. Let me give love in this chat. Veronica's in the chat. What's going on? Captain Dave's in the chat. He goes, hey, Bobby Orlando, you remember me from the...
Of course, I'm Captain Dave! Of course!
What's up, Captain Dave? How are you? I love it. I love it so much. All right. So let's start off. Let's talk a little bit about some of the promotions. I mean, I'm going to talk about some stuff that I've seen you at. And then again, like if anybody wants to talk about anything, please feel free. Drop it into the chat. So actually, I want to talk Wrestle Open because Wrestle Open's actually like one of the hottest things going right now. So, I've been up there a few times where you've been there plenty. So tell us some of your favorite moments.
Oh, man, lots of great moments. I was there since the week one. I wrestled, well, technically there was 2 first shows ever. One happened during the Restival because Blitzkrieg Pro sadly didn't run that weekend. So I had I had a lot of Fatal 4-Way matches. Mm-hmm. I'm the Fatal 4-Way god, bish. That match, and then I wrestled Rex Lawless on the official first episode. I won that match. And then ever since then, the fans, when I first started out there, they didn't like me. They called me a sheep effer. And by effer, I mean they said the fuck word. But then over the time, they kind of started liking me. I started doing dabs and sick tricks, and then I was like, oh, crap. These people are cool. And then I did a backflip and stuff like that. But, yeah, I'd say one of my highest accomplishments in Wrestling Open was when I beat Mortar the Bish, the Hobbit, in a sick trick street fight, my stipulation, my match type, so I better have won, bitches. I did a dab elbow off the top rope. Before that, I did a bobby bump through a door that said Mom on it. It was such a fun time. We'll ignore the parts where I got suplexed on the floor and then sky-high'd onto a bunch of chairs.
One of my moments that I liked at Wrestle Open was when the brawl happened between Alec Price and Brad Hollister, but in the back, and I caught the photo with you and Brett Ryan Gosselin with Bobby Jr. and Clip Clop. Like, I guess we need to know, is this going to happen?
Well, that was funny because the fight was literally happening right to our left, but literally the real fight was happening right before our very eyes. Right. Clip, that bish. I don't know. I like Clip. He's a cool horse. But man, BRG, I don't think he's in good hands with BRG because I've seen the things that BRG does with Clip Clap. It's not cool. He'll throw him in the trunk of his car. He'll throw him in the corner of the locker room. Won't give him any attention. I haven't even seen him feed the dang thing. Horses need to eat their hay. It just doesn't treat him right. So if we could have like a custody of Clip Clop on a ladder match, that'd be probably the greatest match, not only in wrestling open history, but wrestling history in total.
I'm waiting for it. I'm definitely here for it.
The top of a fucking ladder? That'd be crazy.
Veronica's dying in the chat. She's saying clip. Jonathan's in the chat. Hey, Jonathan, what's going on? Justin said, late to the stream, Bobby, what was the toughest match you've been in?
Probably I was in, another street fight. I'm just like a hardcore icon. I had a Halloween street fight at Creative Pro against Carlo Weiss, and not only was that the hardest match ever, but it was also one of the most painful because I took a lot of damage in that match. But you never give up. I need to trim my beard. You never give up. You never stop fighting till the end. And in the end, I did stop fighting because I lost. I lose a lot. But people still like me, so I guess I'm doing something right.
I was at that show. I was at that show, too.
You were, right? Oh,
yeah.
My God. Did you see what happened?
I was there. I was in the front row. I was with PW Ponderings, Andrew. Shout out to you. Sit with him and his wife.
I wanted to do a backflip, and then I got pushed through the table from the top rope.
You did. I have all those photos and videos in my phone, too.
Knocked down on me. That hurts so bad.
Oh, man. That was a good show.
That hurts so bad.
If anybody hasn't watched that, that's on IWTV, so definitely check that out. That's definitely like a fun show. You definitely enjoy that. So, all right, let's talk Shook Crew. Tell everybody maybe a little bit how it started. Give a little bit of a backstory with it. So again, like I said, for the fans that aren't aware of you, and then tell us some of your favorite moments with it.
I did something. Did something happen? Oh no.
We're looking at a Sharpie right now.
Okay, I don't know.
You're good.
What the? Okay, that was crazy.
You're good.
So basically, I once upon a time in a land far, far away was going to an independent show with Max Caster and Bryce Donovan. We just hopped in the car, and I was just starting out in Creative Pro Wrestling. I was like a little under a year in, and basically, when you first start out in wrestling, you hop in every single car ride you can get into because you got to network. Networking is the most important part of wrestling, and also being good at wrestling.
Right.
Hopped in a car with them. They said, "Yo, we got a 6-man tag match open tonight, but we don't have a 6-man or a trio. We don't have a trio for the team. We're wrestling the Beach Bums." RIP to that group too. But they're like, "Yo, Bobby, we know you haven't really wrestled that much, but we need a third member for this team." The promoter said, "Yo, we need to have someone fill in." And I said, "Yo, what's up? Here I am." We didn't have any intention of becoming a group. We didn't have no name. We had no identity. And then literally right after that, we were like, "Yo, we have good chemistry." And that's how it became a thing. And we called ourselves the Shook Crew because Bryce put out a tweet and he wrote, "Yo, be shook." And I don't know. He's never said that word in his life or words. And I don't even know. I think we just like instinctually just said, "Oh yeah, we're the Shook Crew now."
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
It's fun. Like I love, like I said, like even when I come up to Wrestle Open, you come out, you take the chair, you get on it, you do your dab, it's fun. Even like the kids.
That's the world.
And I love seeing all the little Bobby Juniors in the crowd. That's gotta be the cool. It's so, yes, the Bobby Juniors is so cool. Like I really love it so much. All right, let's talk another match at a different promotion. Let's talk Pizza Party Pro. I love this promotion. I love this promotion so much. I always bother Dan. I'm like, when is your next show? I need to come back over here. So one of my favorite matches and one of my favorite people that's been on this podcast numerous times is Big Gabe Leroy.
Roy, we love Leroy. I almost called him Reloy. Oh my gosh, Leroy. Yes, I love that guy. He's a good guy.
He is a good
Although
guy.
he was really mean during that match for some reason. I don't know why.
He had his,
You remember that?
his switch.
Oh yeah, I took his switch and I grounded him in the corner. I was like, "Get over there!" And then yeah,
I think I posted a clip about that recently too on Twitter. I always go back in my phone sometimes and then like I'm like, all right. I was like, let me post some clips or whatever from like back then. I like kind of refreshing my brain with that. So, but that was fun. Definitely.
me too. I like my brain.
All right. What's the best thing about Pizza Party Pro?
They don't even have pizza at their shows, so that's not something that's great. But I'm kidding. I love Pizza Party Pro. One of the best things about it was how just fun and laid back the environment was. And that was my first time working for them, and I felt like I've been working for them forever because they just made me feel part of their family.
Right.
And they had balloons on their ring posts, so that was kind of cool. I popped one, and it popped in my face. I went, "Oh God!" And then yes,
I love it. They do have pizza though. Well, they had pizza at the...
I didn't get any.
I had pizza at the last one.
Much is this? Oh my God!
I'm dead.
I never ate it before I got a chance to have it.
There was so much pizza. Veronica says, hey, Bobby, did you have an amazing day on your birthday?
Oh, it was the best birthday ever. I went on a hike with goats.
Aw, so good. So good.
They didn't let me take Bobby Jr. on the hike. Said that they said certain goats only get along with people in their like horde.
Mm-hmm.
Was it their horde or their pack? And they're like, oh, if there's like an outsider, they get all rambunctious. I'm like, we don't want that. So I said, Bobby Jr., stay home. Protect the castle.
Yes.
I'll be back around 4 p.m. Yeah, well,
You know, it's fun. I had Rip Bison on the podcast the other day, and he was like, that's my favorite. Yes. He's like, that's my favorite mom. He was like, so I love Mother's Day popped by, and everybody was wishing you a happy Mother's Day all over Twitter.
I got more Happy Mother's Day tweets than birthday tweets.
Seriously?
I swear to God.
Terrible. Everybody go wish him a happy belated birthday, pretty much then. So,
But I blush a lot. I don't like a lot of attention on me.
oh, okay. Then don't wish him happy birthday.
Oh, wow. That's so mean.
Well, happy belated birthday. So, all right, let's do some of these fan tweets because there was a lot of fan tweets for you. All right, so let's start off with MGB Mason. He goes, he said, we haven't seen you forever, but do you have any 8x10s at your merch stand yet? And it is a serious omission from our collection.
I have a lot of 8x10s. There's ones of me doing sick tricks. There's ones of me doing a dive over the top rope and Bobby Jr.'s on my shoulder. But mid-flight, he came off it, so it looked like he's like jumping over me like a freaking, I don't even know. And it was crazy. Why does the printer keep going off? But yes, we have 8x10s.
Awesome. All right, next one is from Dom. He goes, where could I buy your entrance song?
Yo, Dom, I'm glad you asked that because coming soon to Spotify, the Bobby Orlando song. I think it's coming like sometime next week. I announced it on social media on my birthday. I was like, instead of me getting presents, let me get a present to the ceiling fans. I put it out, got a lot of feedback, and I think next week it's coming to Spotify and all the streaming services. I don't know how to do it. Max is helping me.
Awesome. So be on the lookout for that. The next fan tweet's from Brian. He goes, what's Bobby Jr.'s favorite meal?
Chipotle.
Ooh, what kind though?
Yeah. This is what pisses me off about Bobby Jr. Sorry. He's a lovable guy. 99% of the time we get along, but he's a burrito guy. He's not a bowl guy.
Oh, messy.
I get the bowl. I told him, I'm like, Bobby Jr., get the bowl. You enjoy it. You can like mix and match. You can get all the ingredients into one. Whereas the burrito, it just falls apart in your hands. Half the time doesn't even stay together. And also, you'll get a bite of just rice sometimes. Sometimes you'll just get the black beans. Sometimes you'll just get the whatever protein you have. you get the bowl, mix it all together, and you get the best of everything in the one scrumptious bite. I've never used that word scrumptious before, but I'm using it now. Scrumptious.
Man, Bobby Jr., what are you doing? What are you doing? Is that why he got like punted at the?
I want to slug him sometimes. I'm telling you.
Was that why he got punted at Chaotic Wrestling? Went flying, almost hit the camera. For anybody who hasn't watched the Chaotic,
Got big trouble. That wouldn't have been good.
yeah. So
it's not my fault.
and we've had Modar on the podcast too, and he said that he loves knocking all the Bobby Juniors off everybody's like shoulder, or if they're wearing it on their head or whatever it is. He said that's his enjoyment.
He's a sick man. He's a sick individual.
Oh man, but yeah, you got to work Chaotic Wrestling recently, which is great. I mean, I love that promotion. Great promotion. So tell us a little bit about working at Chaotic.
Yo, it's pretty chaotic at Chaotic Wrestling, yo. Last time I was there, I wrestled in another 6-man tag. I wrestled with Davey End Your Life and Alternative One, and then I took on the unit. AC Baby, Mike Verna, and Alicia, and I lost, I think, but it was a fun time. I didn't do a backflip, but I wanted to do a backflip, but it didn't happen. Hoping to be back soon. You know, they got the Rumble coming up. You never know. We never know.
Never know. So we'll get into that. So later on, that you'll follow him so you can make sure that you're up to date about upcoming shows. You never know, like he said. You know, and actually, Bobby was on one of the Indie Talks episodes for me. He was backstage with me at Chaotic, and he was chatting with me. And yeah, we were talking about that bump that Bobby Jr. took. So thank God he didn't hit.
Gosh, I know that. Hopefully I didn't say anything stupid.
Yeah, no. You're good. So we have another fan tweet from MGB Graham. He goes, what is the...
It's a whole flock.
It is. It's a flock. It's totally a flock. All right, he goes, what is the worst injury, meanest trick someone has played on Bobby Jr.?
Mortar stomped his head in right in front of my very eyes as the Bish City boys were holding me back, so I couldn't even do anything. I was like, stop, Bish City boys! And they didn't stop, and then he went, mushed him like a bug right in front of my very eyes.
Wow. Rude. Rude. Very rude. Very rude.
That's exactly what I said.
All right, so we have another fan tweet from John. So he's got two. So he said, who is Bobby Jr.'s dad?
Oh, God. I don't know. Because I'm everyone's mom.
Right.
I'm not his dad because he's not my son.
Right.
Who asked this? John?
Yeah.
John, you have me speechless. I don't know. And I don't want to find out because he's probably looking for him, but I'm never giving away. He's mine forever.
Okay.
Oh, that was a deep, dark question. That was pretty deep.
Yeah, so he was wondering if it's a wrestler, you know, or a fan supporter. He goes, that would surprise most people.
No, he's just my best friend.
Okay. All right. Give us one of your best road trip stories.
Oh, man. There's this one time me and CPA were in, I don't even know. I think it's like the 3-year anniversary. We were somewhere in West Virginia. And have you ever seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes.
That's where I think we were. It was like 3 a.m. I'm sleeping in the passenger seat. He's driving my car. And I wake up because literally every 2 seconds, it's just, ba-dum, ba-dum. We just hit every single,
God.
It was like pothole city. I woke up, and I'm a heavy sleeper, so this is wild. But I woke up because we kept hitting all these bumps in the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked to my right, I looked to my left, I just see cornfields.
Oh my God.
And I turned to CPA, I'm like, what's happening? He's like, we got to get gas. I look at the little gas odometer, or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple miles left, if that. And I'm like, but there's no gas station inside. He goes, yep, I know. I'm telling you, Queen of the Indies, I thought we were gonna die that night.
Oh God.
But that's what we reflect on because I don't even know how we got to a gas station eventually, but it was like in the middle of nowhere, and it was very eerie. Get it? Because ears of corn. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
I put myself on the back for that pun, and it was at that time in my life where I really said, if I get out of this alive, I'm gonna start living every day like it's my last. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and just live life better.
Oh my goodness.
And that's when I started doing backflips.
There you go. We want backflips every time. Every time.
Or it's the origin story. Oh, and then I hit a deer one time.
No.
Yes, I hit a deer twice.
The same deer?
Yeah, it probably was. Who knows?
No, my God, no, that's scary. That's not even funny. Like, that's gotta be really, really scary.
I know. It was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
But what are you gonna do?
I know. Where was it with the road trip that to stay away from the corns? Because I feel like I went to Pennsylvania once, and I was going to a wrestling show where it was like going excellence, and I got really creeped out by this like abandoned house not too far, and I'm like, we're gonna die.
That's what happens sometimes, yo. You get put in these situations where you're like, I would never want to live here. I would never want to go here again. That was in West Virginia.
Okay.
Of course it was. Why wouldn't it be in West Virginia? No offense if anyone's listening from West Virginia, but your state's pretty creepy. Sorry, I said it here. I'm not going to take it back.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was, I get it. Especially when it's completely late at night and then there's no like lights out. Because that was Pennsylvania. There was like no lights. So it's like scary.
Yeah. Pennsylvania's pretty cool. They had EC-Dub there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it depends where you're going, but that's anywhere, right? Like that's, you could be going somewhere in New York. It could just be creepy as hell. So.
Oh, well, life is creepy, and then we die. So
pretty much. But all right.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Pre-match rituals. Do you have any?
I do 33 jumping jacks. I do 7 high knees, and then I scream "Dah!" over and over again until I go through the curtain. You could probably hear me if you listen closely.
Ooh, okay. Well, sometimes like if I'm at Wrestle Open, I'm not too far from the curtain, so I probably.
You're probably like, what is that noise?
I probably have. I probably have. All right. So is there like a pre-match or even like earlier and post-match meal?
Probably Chipotle.
Chipotle. Okay. All right. Let's do a fun question that's very important to me on this podcast. Oh, before that, Veronica in the chat says, I'm Bobby Jr.'s dad. Wow.
We found it. We found Bobby Jr.'s dad.
There you go.
Good job, team. Did it.
Congratulations. Like, where's Waldo? I love it. All right. So again, like we're gonna do a fun question that's dear to my heart. So everybody, it's like there's so much negative in the world of wrestling. I like to focus on positive here. All right. So wrestling with positivity is a big thing, a part of the Indie Wrestling Corner. So have you had any moments that you could share with us that maybe something like you've done for a fan, maybe a fan's done for you, maybe a wrestler's done for you, maybe something you've done for a wrestler, something that we wouldn't normally know unless you tell us this story?
I think honestly, I can't pinpoint one thing that's happened to me, but basically, whenever a fan goes out of their way to give me like fan art at a show, or if they just tell me how much I impact their lives, like, oh, whenever I'm feeling down and gloomy and in the dust, and I watch some of your stuff, it really makes me happy. That's what I feel like is the biggest payoff and reward as a wrestler. That's why I do what I do, and I think most of us do what we do. I know it's a cliched thing to say, but it truly makes my little heart soar with the rainbow whenever people say that I've made a positive influence in their life. That's what makes me keep going. That's what motivates me to keep doing what I do. And that's just probably personal it's gonna get. It really makes me happy.
No, it's nice. I always tell like fans, because I hear it a lot, that a lot of fans are usually like scared, and I know that's not always the case, but there are those.
I'm not that crazy. Maybe I am, but don't be scared.
Tell them, like, come and say hi. I always tell my friends that, or I'll be the one throwing people under the bus in front of people because they're so nervous to come meet you guys.
People.
Yeah. So
God, you should be a wrestler.
go meet them. Go definitely go say hi to Bobby. Pretty much. All right. So
Just a guy with a goat, nothing crazy.
yeah, go take a picture with the goat. There you go. Why not, right? All those photos. Make some moments, as I always like to say. All right. If we're going to go into your gear bag, besides your gear, what are we going to find in it?
Oh, God. Probably like the eye black I put on.
Mm-hmm.
Won't find wrist tape because I never buy wrist tape. I always ask wrestlers in the locker room. Ha ha! I admit it. I steal all your wrist tape. I'm that guy. I will never buy wrist tape if I can get it for free. Ha ha! No, I'm joking. I started buying wrist tape. I feel bad. But what else would you find? Probably gum. I like to chew gum before my matches. Get the mouth nice and minty fresh so I don't blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably extra pairs of sunglasses. Probably, I couldn't find my electric razor for the longest time, and I spent $100 on a new electric razor.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, I found it in my gear bag. I was like, "Oh shoot!
How did it get in there?
No, I know.
You put it in
And,
there purposely for the show?
I need an electric razor. I need it. I had a big old beer right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's probably it. I really wanted to answer this question better, but I really don't have anything else in there besides my gear.
Okay. All right.
Well, like, oh, I keep a human foot in there for good luck. I'm not like that. I don't know. People maybe do that. Who knows?
Hey, you never know. I know. I think it was Danny Limelight who said that he kept his daughter's pacifier as like good luck.
I guess that's cool.
Yeah.
Not as cool as a human foot, but I would say I don't judge, but I'd probably judge you if you have a human foot in your bag.
Oh my god.
Hopefully people understand that. Not, it's, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, you've been in singles, you've been in tags, you've been in a whole like scrambles. You name it, you've done it.
Thanks.
So, is there a type of match that you haven't had yet that you would love to, do?
A scaffold match.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. You want to maybe elaborate a little bit more with it?
I just think it'd be cool because I'd want it to be my kind of scaffold match. We're not going to do the traditional one. In my type of scaffold match, it's the first one to jump off the scaffold who wins.
Okay. But then I feel like that it would be very quick because I feel like that people would be running up there.
You'd be like, get over here, you're not going off that scaffold. You throw him on the ground, and then I'm like, all right, here we go, backflip off the scaffold. And then you grab me, and I'm like, oh, you're not going over there, suplex on the scaffold. And they're like, you ain't going anywhere. And you could do like some cool stuff where you handcuff them to the scaffold. It's like, you're not jumping off anytime soon. And it just could be all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It probably hurt, but at least you get to win the match.
But what happens if you guys go at the same time and you hit the ring at the same time? Then what?
Who said we're hitting the ring? There's gonna be tables. There's gonna be thumbtacks. There's gonna be like cactuses. There's gonna be a whole shebang down there.
Cactuses, okay.
If we fall for the same time, we gotta get that photo finish out here. You know what I'm saying? Technology. It's 2022. We have the technology to figure these things out. Come on, Queen of the Indies. Come on.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're getting me all riled up here. I got my wah-wah. Don't mess with my scaffold match.
Okay, I have to ask these questions.
Okay, I don't want to yell. I'm sorry.
We have to know these things. I want to know about the little details with it as well. So
I like you. I don't want you to be intimidated by my yelling.
Nah, I'm good. I mean, I'm a New Yorker.
Passionate about my scaffold matches.
I'm a New Yorker. Okay, so it's like I'm not intimidated. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. We're good.
We're good. We're good. Queen of the Indies.
Yes,
we're good.
We are good. Anyway, what happened to my thing right now? Hold on 1 second.
It's probably the yelling. It's just something. Stuff broke.
The screen just decided to like go dirt on me right now. All right.
I broke it. The scaffold match broke it.
All right. So I mean, you've wrestled a lot of people, a lot of different promotions. So let's start with, again, like there's so much like young talent like moving up. I like to kind of push over a lot of the new younger talent. Is there anybody that's caught your eye that you want to get into the ring with, that you haven't with yet?
In a scaffold match?
How about we do a regular match and a scaffold match?
Oh, probably the same answer. I don't know. I really don't care who I wrestle as long as I don't know. I'm probably going to have to veto this one.
Really?
Because I don't really have any dream opponents. The only guy I really would want to wrestle ever in life is Mick Foley, and I don't think I want to wrestle him because he might break, and I love that guy, so I don't want to even touch him.
Yeah, no break.
I don't want to wrestle my hero. But yeah, I think whoever just wants to step up and fight me, should go ahead and call their shot, But a lot of up-and-coming guys I have wrestled, like Ichiban and Miracle Generation, I've wrestled them, but I really, truly believe in them, and I think they're the next. Yeah. And not even next. I think they're the current guys that are stepping up and really taking the indies by storm. Not saying I'm like some old guy who's like, listen, I may have turned 26 recently, but I'm still a youngin' at heart.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're a little bit younger than me, so I got to be like their mom. Literally their mom. I'm everyone's mom, but I'm going to be their mom, especially their wrestling mom and their real-life mom. I'm going to take them under my wing. We actually told them, me and Bryce, when we wrestled Miracle Generation and Ichiban at like a Test of Strength show not too long ago.
Yeah.
It was like last October. Is when Uncharted Territory started their third season, and we were like, "Yo, come and help out on one of these shows. Like, get your foot in the door." And then look at this now. They're wrestling in the White Eagle every single Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm not taking credit. I'm not being like, "Oh, we got them there." Nope. We just recommended it. They took that advice. They ran with it. They came. They helped out. They busted their asses, and they had to back it up in the ring, which they did. Proud of those guys to no end.
Yeah.
If they're watching, just know your mom loves you.
Oh, I love those boys. Those boys are great. They really are. If you guys are not on that train, get on the train. I'm very big on that train of them. And they've been... Dustin and Kylan have been on this podcast. So if you want to check out those interviews, please feel free. Check them out after this podcast, preferably. It was fun. I was at the Beyond show, the Beyond versus Wrestle Open, since, we're talking about like that. This was really fun. I felt like that was my first live Beyond. I always wanted to go to Beyond. I've been supporting Beyond for years, but that was the first one that I physically came up for, and it had, what a better way than to go to Beyond versus Wrestling Open, which was such a fun experience. And that was chaos. Like that 5-on-5 was just...
The captain, Alec Price, he got the dub for Wrestling Open.
He did. It was fun. And watching Brad Hollister on Twitter kind of going off saying that if you guys don't win, that, I'm going to get killed on Thursdays.
Well, he's got to put his money where his mouth is, because I'm wrestling him tomorrow in a doors match.
Oh, man. This is good.
Match. It's kind of close.
This is going to be fun.
I would have doors if I scaffold match.
Why don't we ask Brad to do the scaffold match?
No, he's kind of scary.
He's kind of scary. All right.
They gotta have other people to help beat him up.
that was
first. Get him out of there. Team up. Team up with bacon.
I love it. All right, let's do this fan tweet for Good Cop, Bad Cop. So he goes, I know Tiffany likes to ask about craziest thing a fan's done to get your attention, but with Bobby Orlando being an anagram of Boovie Land Bro.
Hold on, sorry, I'm yelling. Say it again. What's the anagram?
Boovie Land Bro. He goes, have you been asked to sign any fan's breasts? Or if not, what's the weirdest thing you have autographed?
Never been asked that. The weirdest thing I've probably signed is a dude's forehead.
Really?
Some dude, he might have been drunk. He's like, sign my forehead. And I did. And he was really sweaty. So that thing must have lasted on there for like 24 seconds. But I did it. 'Cause I'm a man of the people. And that was probably the borderline closest weird thing. If it was anything weirder, I probably wouldn't have done it, because you gotta have your boundaries. But I decided to do his forehead.
Okay. Interesting. I never heard that.
Me neither. That's why I was like, "Are you sure, my friend?" And he said, "Yes." All right.
Okay. All right. I'm here with it. So, all right. What's some things you like to do when you're not wrestling?
I like to eat Chipotle. I like to run. I run a lot. I'm a runner. I know. Who would have thought? Not me. Bull Red. But yeah. That's really all I do, is kind of just focus on wrestling and getting better. I know it's pretty lame. I also like to make little videos and make movies and stuff, because I like to make content for the fans.
Yeah.
Oh, and I practice my backflips 8 hours a day.
This is why
When I should sleep.
that's why the backflip is nice. Pretty much.
You know, I've tried my best and I've never done it.
Okay. What are some goals for 2022?
Finally hit my backflip. I've been trying for a long time now. I could do it perfectly. I just have never hit it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to say it out loud, because I like to. I'm a man of action, not a man of speaking. But hopefully, on the dotted line, you know what that means. Like, put the pen to a certain piece of paper.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? I gotta work hard to manifest it.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. People think that manifesting. I believe in manifestation, but you gotta put the work in too. What else? Yeah, probably just those two things. Hit my backflip
Okay.
and paper.
Okay.
And just continue to have fun. I'm having such a fun time, and I want to continue to have fun, because when I have fun, the fans have fun.
Absolutely.
When the fans have fun, I have fun. And then everyone has fun, because wrestling is fun.
It is. It's so much fun. It's great. It's like fun, and then it's like some people like it's that like escape out of like the real life, so you can shut your brain off for everything that's like going on, like whatever in your life, and then just have a lot of fun.
My brain off all the time.
Yeah.
And look at me.
I can't. All right. So, you said that with that, but is there like any promotions or places you would like to work for that you haven't worked for? Put it out there, manifest it. You never know.
I would just love to go wrestle on the West Coast. I've never wrestled on the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of promotions out there like West Coast Pro, Prestige, all those companies really catch my eye, and I follow their products. And also just to go to the West Coast. I've only been to the West Coast one time, and I was there for a layover.
Wow.
I didn't even get to see anything. It was horrible. I didn't like it. I cried in the
Aw.
corner myself.
So book him if you're from the West Coast. He'd love to go over there, try the Chipotle over there, and
That's oh, by the way, freeze frame.
freeze.
You want to talk about something overrated?
Yes.
In-N-Out.
You know what? I never had an In-N-Out burger. Never.
It's nothing. It's just it's nothing. I went there. I got it in Dallas. I was in Dallas this past year,
Mm-hmm.
and excuse me, but Whataburger. This is the greater than sign.
Mm-hmm.
Whataburger greater than In-N-Out. I said it. I'll back up my words till the day I die. Anything's better than In-N-Out. I'd rather have a McDonald's hamburger than In-N-Out. It wasn't good at all.
Oh, wow.
Not wasn't like, this is underwhelming. No, it just wasn't good. I didn't like it. I didn't want to finish it. But, I put my hard-earned money towards it. So I was like, okay, might as well finish the stupid burger. Never again. Never again. Never,
Wow.
ever, ever again. Screw you, In-N-Out. I'm joking. I take back the screw you. That was me. I'll never step foot in your facility again.
Aw. I never had Whataburger either. Well, I've never been to Texas, so I need to make that happen as well. So
Whataburger was pretty lit. I liked it. It had like a French toast sandwich with like chicken selects in it. I was like, ooh.
Ooh.
I was like, put it in my mouth, please.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. Well, I guess like we have to like ask this question because I know like a lot of wrestlers like that we talk about it sometimes and it starts like arguments on the podcast sometimes. So the question is Wawa or Sheets? He's thinking about it. He's probably gonna say need.
I just know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people.
It's just one of
I'm a
those.
Sheets guy.
You're a Sheets
I'm a
guy.
Sheets-
Oh, okay, this podcast is over now.
That's gonna happen. Deal with it. Wawa is trash. Okay, so their service is better, so it's faster, it's more convenient. Okay, go to Sheets and have a burrito. Oh my God. Okay, please listen to me. Listen. People always say the Wawa coffee is better than the Sheets coffee. Okay, they're both terrible. Okay, the food is where it's at. The food determines the ranking. The food determines what is better than the other.
Right.
And the Sheets food, a million times better than Wawa food.
Wow.
God.
He said
And you
it.
know what makes it even worse about that? Is that they're both gas station food. Okay.
I know.
I choose to put over Sheets, but at the end of the day, they're both not the best option in life.
People are putting
I'm
angry.
so angry. The longer this podcast is going, the more angry and villainous.
No.
This is my villain origin story.
I'm seeing angry faces in the chat. I'm dead. I'm seeing the little emojis of it. That's too funny.
Yeah. That's what happens. Oops.
It happens.
Oopsie.
But
Oops. Shout out to TJ Crawford. Oops.
aw, shout out to TJ Crawford. We love him here. Just had him on the podcast not that long ago. Much love for him.
Room and it got like really dark in there, and then it looked like he was just like in an insane asylum.
I was like, okay, we need some light over here.
It got like TJ, turn a lamp on or something. Come on now. I know. Like we're all out here struggling. We got to pay all these bills, but sometimes it's good to pay the electricity bill. Come on, man.
I can't.
I love you, but like, come on. It was really scary.
Much love.
Oh, Michael Myers movie.
All right, here we're gonna put over Shook Crew even more. Bryce Donovan's gonna be on next week, so you guys make sure
I
you're.
saw that. What
Yeah.
the hell?
It just happened that way. I was like, okay.
It was crazy.
Sometimes
Like,
I don't always do that on purpose. It just kind of happened that way. So because I think I hit him up before he responded to me. So.
Oh yeah, everyone. This interview should have happened a long time ago. I'm just really bad at reading my Twitter DMs.
It's okay. So
Queen of the Indies.
you're good.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, I'm not. There's something wrong with me.
No.
I do stupid things in the ring and I hurt myself live.
All right. Well, give us what are your best Shook Crew stories?
Oh God. Oh boy. Oh, I'll tell you this. This kind of goes hand in hand with road stories.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when we're in the car, because we've driven to Indies together, we do the barbershop quartet.
Mm-hmm.
If we have like a fourth person in the car. So what we'll do is we'll say a line. Like, let's just say, like, I say, oh, I did a backflip. The four of us will all do it in a barbershop quartet voice. So, like, one person will go, I did a backflip. And then the next person goes, I did a backflip. And then the third person goes, I did a backflip. And then the fourth person goes, I did a backflip. And then the whole time we go, backflip. That's what we do in our spare time when we drive the shows.
Okay. Gotta have fun, right?
That became so good at rapping.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. I got one final question for you, and if anybody else has anything, drop it into the chat, and then we'll get into what we got coming up.
Any question tells anything about Wawa, I want to answer it.
Well, Veronica said she's never been to a Wawa or Sheets, so she's not mad.
Veronica, you're living your best life then.
That is the go-to places for most wrestlers and wrestler fans after a show, just for anybody who's not familiar with Wawa or Sheets. So this is why it's a continuous conversation on this podcast. I got almost super kicked in the face by Akira at a Wawa. Kobe Carino, I always run into at the Wawa before his shows at H2O. So, yay.
It's not Wawa. It's like right down the road.
Yeah. So that's why everybody's over. I run into everybody over there. I'm like, hey, or I'll see you, at the show, or I'll see you after the show. So
things in life that are certain: death, taxes, and running into fellow wrestlers at the Wawa after a show.
Yep. But like I said, have you ever been super kicked by Akira at the Wawa?
No, I've never been done anything by Akira.
I have. No.
Horrible.
Terrible. Anyway, Veronica said, "You never been to Chipotle?" Oh boy, now I don't think you're Bobby Jr.'s dad now.
Oh, I've been to Chipotle. What the hell?
No, Veronica hasn't.
Oh, she hasn't?
Nope.
My God, Veronica. Silly goose.
Now you gotta try it. If you see a if you see a Chipotle bite, now you gotta try it. It's pretty damn good. It's pretty good. So, all right. So my final question for you, and I like to end off on a positive note. We have a lot of fans that are either thinking about getting into wrestling. I know a lot of people like this, and people that started training. Shout out to Sky, big supporter of the podcast. What's a piece of advice that you would give like an amateur or inspired wrestler?
Never, ever, for whatever reason, ever, under any circumstance, never, ever, no matter what the reason. Sorry, I'm doing a Michael Scott impression from The Office. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
For real, work hard, be consistent, understand that it's going to be hard. Life is hard in general, and I just really can't explain it. You just got to really put your best foot forward and attack it head on. And people have to also realize that wrestling may not be for you, but if you give it a try and you give it your best, that's really something to be proud of. And really, the hardest part about it, I think, is getting that first practice out of the way, because it could be scary and it could be intimidating. I know I was nervous before my first practice, but you gotta act on it. The longer you think about it, the more time will pass, and time is very, very precious in wrestling. I started when I was 20, and even I think that was super late. Not super late, but still, I wish I would have started when I was 18 or something. Mm-hmm. But get in there, get to work, and good things will happen to people who really take the time and effort to get better at something. Because you have more wrestling schools than ever. There's never been a better time to be a wrestler. So many opportunities, so many promotions, and just have fun. Yeah. Have fun. Don't stress too much over it, because at the end of the day, not that there's more important things in life, but it shouldn't. Because I know for certain a lot of people, almost everyone in wrestling, it's more of like you need more mental toughness than physical toughness. It can really mess up your mental health. And I know mental health is something, everyone struggles with. There's no shame in saying that. But yeah, you really just have fun at the end of the day. That's what my advice is. Have fun and enjoy the journey.
Yeah. No, it's good advice.
So personal and deep. I feel like a motivational speaker.
No, but it's good because you never know who you could be helping. I mean, like I said, like Sky is one of the biggest ones that she loves listening to your guys' advice. And like the fun, I watch so much different wrestling, and I'm sure like, you could relate between all the different types, between whether you have your intergender matches, whether, you have death match wrestling, hardcore wrestling, whatever it is, and then like the comic wrestling. There's just so much wrestling. And I love when you can kind of tell, like me being a fan of watching you guys and just seeing it, because you can tell when somebody's all into it, having a good time, or whether they break character or break kayfabe. Like those are the moments that like I kind of really appreciate. So that's why I think it's really great advice. So, but definitely. And Veronica said she's gonna try Chipotle when she sees one. She says she promises. So there you go.
Respect, Veronica. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk what you got coming up. I mean, obviously tomorrow,
I'm gonna body slam everyone through a door.
I have it flashed up here for you guys. Tomorrow is Wrestling Open, one of my favorite promotions running right now. Definitely check this out. I was really excited when I saw this graphic, and I was like, oh man. I was like, I don't know who I'm worried about.
You'll probably be worried about me. I'm probably gonna do something stupid.
He's gonna get his scaffold. That's what he's gonna
roll on a scaffold to the ring. Oh, shit's on.
What happens if you get like a little scaffold? Like nothing big. You roll.
No.
No.
There's no such thing as a little scaffold. We gotta get the biggest and the baddest.
Well, actually, and then it would be really great in that building too, in the White Eagle, because you can get like a giant.
Set the building on fire.
Yeah, I was there for that.
I was the clip episode.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't bring weapons of mass destruction into that building.
Yeah, don't do that. That was a little scary. I was like,
yeah, I had the first ever independent wrestling inferno match.
you guys burned it down, literally.
I literally ran a hot tag.
It was really interesting because like watching even like the fans and like we could see the point.
I know. I'm like Bobby slamming Brick City boys all over the place, and I'm hearing no one react.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? And I turn around and everyone's leaving. I'm like, okay, guys, I don't suck that bad.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I was like, all right, I see how it is. No one wants to see me around. And then I got booted in the face, and I hear the bell ring. I'm like, wait, I didn't give up though.
Yeah.
And it was Drew like ringing the bell, like, we gotta get out of the building. Yeah. And I was like, oh shoot.
It was scary. Moment.
It was pretty scary. So scary that I forgot Bobby Jr. inside.
Oh my goodness.
But I ran back in and saved him once I came to. I got kicked in the head. What was I supposed to do? I wasn't even all there. I was out in the parking lot, and Bryce was like, the building's on fire. And I'm like, where's Bobby Jr.? They go, inside. I threw everyone out of the way. I was like, gotta get my boy.
Oh man, yeah, that was a crazy moment. Definitely crazy moment. Fun show, but definitely watch this on IWTV tomorrow. I wish I could come up for this. I mean, I'm coming up Friday to Massachusetts, and I'm like, I couldn't come up.
You're 1 day late.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll be a grind on Friday. I couldn't come. Couldn't have anybody. Yeah. So it'll be my first time going there. But yeah, I was gonna. Listen, if I could come to Wrestle Open every week, I would be. And I tell this to anybody that comes on the podcast that usually comes on that show. So I wish I could be there every week. But I'm supporting on Twitter on all you guys. So I got you guys. So all right. So let's talk Wrestle Party. So you against Mark Wheeler. Tell us a little bit about this.
I'm coming back to Canada. It's my second time in Canada. Barrie Wrestling out there in Ontario.
Mm-hmm. I think that's right.
Yes, yeah. Something. Yes, words. I've known Mark Wheeler. I've seen some of his stuff. I've met him a few times at a couple of indie shows. He's come into Creative Pro and done some stuff. But yeah, the only wheels that are going to be in that match is my sick trick motorcycle when I ride it to the ring. And then I do a backflip off it and land on his face, and I get the 1, 2, 3.
That's fun. Oh man, everybody's talking also like C4 up in Canada too. Like,
I'd love to go there.
Everybody everybody that comes on this podcast is like, I want to go to C4. I want to go to C4. I want to go to C4. Like, make it happen. Make it happen. I want you to actually get to the West Coast. That would be like really exciting. Something completely different. West Coast, babe. West Coast.
Oh, boys.
You guys need a little Bobby and a little Bobby Jr. in your lives, okay? You need it. So book it. But tell everybody where they can find you, support you, buy your merch, all that fun stuff.
At the Bobby Orlando on Instagram and Twitter, at Bobby Orlando on TikTok, because I'm trying to become a TikTok influencer. YouTube.com/something. I don't even know my own YouTube, but going Creative Pro Wrestling, you can catch a lot of my matches on there. IWTV, a lot of my matches on there, and I have a pro wrestling tee store, but I don't use that really anymore. So you can really just buy a bunch of my merch at my tables, or DM me and I could ship it to you.
There you go.
Oh, that was a lot of words in a couple of seconds, and I'm out of breath now.
Well,
my cardio is better than it seems. I'm just in a really hot basement, sweating my tushy off.
Aw. We don't need that, so we're gonna actually wrap up. So, but I appreciate that you came that you came on here and chatted with us a little bit. So it was a pleasure. You know, I hope to see you real soon. Well, I'll definitely be up to Wrestling Go, but I said I was going to come up more in the summertime. So hopefully, I think in the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to come back up because I miss it. I'll be back, and I know I got to get to my butt to another Creative Pro show. So that's definitely like another one because I'm not too far.
2.
Yeah, I will.
July 4th.
Well, I gotta look. I gotta see. But I definitely watch the stuff on the apps. I love the apps, and I love that you can go in there and just type somebody's name, and all the matches will come up. It's so great. It's beautiful. So definitely go check him out if you haven't seen him before. So, but yeah. So Bobby, thank you again for coming on here. So I'll definitely see you soon. But.
We at the Indies.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the questions. Get some Chipotle, or bring Bobby some Chipotle when you see him at the show. And buy a Bobby Jr. when you see him. So, but guys, you know the drill. Stay safe. Support independent wrestling. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Good night.